Hello folks, Jonathan Milam here. I do hope you're having a great day. I've got four trumpets here. Just going to go in and start playing fairly quickly. But I will mention this is a Selmer Radial. Big bell. Nice big bell. Excellent horn. From just about 1970. Then I've got a King Super 20 SilverSonic, I believe from about 68. Then I've got a Canstel-made Callet Jazz. Magnificent horn. Probably from the 2008, 2010, perhaps. Early 2000s, I think we could say. And then I've got an Adams A10. Nice gamut of horns, really. I've got an excellent mic here. Goes for about 800 bucks. But it does not seem to differentiate between the trumpet sounds real well. It just makes them all sound fantastic. Little humor, but what it does, it will force you to have quality hearing implements, either really good speakers, good headphones, probably to get the most in the distinction of sounds. Going to start off with a fairly shallow mouthpiece here. It's a Reeves 42C, excellent general purpose mouthpiece to my way of thinking. Certainly not a screech, but Reeves does lean towards a nice carrying. Maybe a slightly commercial sound. And going to start off and about, as near as I can tell, 1970 Selmer Radial. How do you like the valve block? It actually is 2 degrees off because your fingers spread usually when they're up and then they come together more as they're down. Maurice Andre, I believe, worked with Selmer for the manufacturing concept this horn. I'm impressed with this Selmer Radial. Okay, going to play the old classic, Joyful, Joyful, We Adore Thee. Okay, and we'll go to more of a ballad type slow number in a little bit. Switch mouthpieces and give you an idea, trying to give you an idea of more of a legit sound with these. Okay, now we're going to the 68 King SilverSonic, of course the claim to fame here, sterling silver bell, sterling silver lead pipe, and King was, while not going to be around a whole lot longer, still obviously at the top of their game. Okay, next we have got Callet Jazz, made by Canstel. Very light horn, very simple horn. When you look at this and compare it to the others, you see why it's light. It's just missing a lot of weighted areas. But whatever they did, they made a marvelous bell. And this is gold washed. Love the sound of these jazz trumpets. Okay, I've had two jazzes previously. Really a nice horn, great solo horn. I've read that some people have used them in the orchestra. I would think it would be much more fitting in a pop setting. I mean, you can do whatever you want. Very nice trumpet, but oh, what a great solo instrument. All right, another very interesting horn. I haven't had it long. In fact, got most of these in a couple of days ago. Thank you, Heather. A few of them might go up to Canada. But this is the Adams A10. Heavy bell, 50 gauge as Adam gathers it. And now, everywhere that metal meets metal slides, you have a little rib of raised metal here, everywhere. Notice it on your third slide. I really do like that. Keeps the valve grease from sliding all over the horn. But it also adds a little bit of weight. Got a stop on the screw stop on the first slide. The old Bauerfeind valves, which I believe the Adams bought out. Solid horn, pretty heavy bell, huge bell bead on this thing, especially compared to these other horns. And just a very, leaning more towards orchestral, but very, very deep sound. Nice horns, one and all. Okay, gonna go to a much deeper mouthpiece. For some time I've said it's just such a great soloist mouthpiece. It's Trent Austin's TATF. Back, I believe, when Peter Pickett was making it, very deep V, but a manageable drill size, maybe 24, 23, a little hard to measure. Now, the Radial is known for its fat sound, just a big sound. And I really like it. I was playing it for my family a few minutes ago out in a big room. And I said, I don't think it's bright, but it's got such a nice resonating sound. And I would agree. This is the 462. I think they made a 460, 462, 464. And of all things, the Jazz, the Callet Canstel-made horn, is would usually call it a step bore. I think they called it poly bore. And 470 at the back end of the horn, which is one reason it probably gets such a big open sound. But anyway, the Selmer Radial with a deeper, great TATF mouthpiece. Okay, we'll play that same thing on the King Super 20 SilverSonic trumpet. Okay. The Callet Jazz. And when you look at all of these other horns, you know, they've got cutaways where you've got the straight lead pipe entry. And then you get this jazz, which has a very simple reverse lead pipe. So you've got an unbroken sound all the way to about here. And then a little wrap around, just a smooth flow of air. Very easy. Looks like a heavy receiver, two-piece, but honestly does not feel heavy. Not sure what metal they were using there. It looks like it would be really substantial, but it's just really a pretty light horn, far lighter than the rest of these. Love the sound of these Callet Jazzes. And last, the A10. And talking about trumpet receivers, long receiver piece here, but not really big. I did have the A2 for a while, really liked that trumpet. I like the A10 here as well. But the A2 had a slightly larger bell flare. I think this is about 4.65, something like that. Slightly smaller than a Strad. The A2 was a 5, I believe, and had quite a heavy receiver. This has got a little more direct sound, is what they say. So if you're playing in a large hall and needed something to carry without breaking up, this slightly smaller bell flare might do that for you. Still, the 50 gauge that Adams puts out, the A2 and the A10 share. Nice, solid sound. Darkish, but not dead, I think. All right, folks, hope you've enjoyed this. Not only we, but Google loves the thumbs up. And if you go down below in the comments, any horns that we have for sale will be listed there. Got a fantastic, at the moment, 48 Old Super. Very, very fine playing horn. Did a video on it just a few days back. And any horns that we have for sale will be listed in the first line of the comments. If you go to the bottom of the comments, each of these clips on the different horns, there'll be 8 of them, 4 with the first mouthpiece, 4 with the second, will be listed individually. Say if you wanted to contrast the Adams to the Radial or the Radial to the Jazz, you could click back and forth directly from those and check the sounds out that way. All right, folks, as always, it has been a pleasure. I do hope you'll have a great day. Take care of yourself and someone near you.